and welcome to this episode of Fuel Talk. I'm delighted to be joined today by Alison Fisher, who's our Chief People Officer of Cox Automotive UK and Europe. So welcome, Alison, and thank you for giving your precious time.
Thank you, James. I'm delighted to be with you today.
Fantastic. And we are obviously talking about people as we'd have you on, but we're talking specifically about the Barbara Cox Award, which I cannot believe is now we're talking about the third iteration of the Barbara Cox Award. But with Fuel Talk, it's great because I get to catch up with leaders across Cox Automotive, spend about 15 minutes talking about matters passionate to heart. And I guess for people that are tuning in or listening to this, should we start first of all, but who is Barbara Cox?
Absolutely, James. And Barbara Cox, what a lady. So the award is named after Barbara Cox, who is the daughter of our founder, Governor J.M. Cox. But she's also the mother of our former chairman, Jim Kennedy, as well. So not everybody knows that history with her. And what an amazing lady. When I did my research into Barbara Cox, I know I would have loved to have met her if I'd have had the opportunity, but unfortunately she's not with us now. But everything I read about her is that she had this real sharp sense of humour, a real key eye for business, and a competitive streak. And you know me, I like a competitive streak. But above all of those things, what was really close to her heart was that real devotion towards philanthropy and really giving something back. And you and I, worked for Cox for a number of years now, and that's at the heart of our organisation, and that shines through in terms of what's important to us. And one of the probably her foremost legacy was with her sister Anne, who took over the guardianship of the organisation. Two ladies at the helm as directors of Cox Enterprises, our parent company. They really ensured that those values that their father founded the organisation on over a century ago still live and breathe throughout our organisation today. And I think that's really, really powerful. So I'm delighted we have an award that holds her name, that really celebrates women within the automotive industry. And she was a business pioneer. She did some amazing things. And whoever goes on to win the third award, will be somebody who, should be honoured to have that award in her name.
Oh, that's brilliant.
A bit about Barbara.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And from a Women with Drive perspective, this is a Women with Drive initiative, isn't it? The Barbara Cox Award, and I know the foundation of the Women with Drive initiative was definitely on your watch. That was one that you started us off on that road, which is just seeing fantastic success. We had obviously last week, well, not obviously, but last week we had our last event of 2020, which is now as board sponsor Liam Quegan, who's MD of the Manheim Auction Services business in Nexia Capital, is now driving that. So it was great. Again, I can't believe that was the last one of the year. So this is about celebrating inspirational women. It's women that have delivered innovation, leadership, sense of community. So in terms of the people that have won, Alison, because obviously we're keen for people to nominate. This is the purpose for our chat today, is nominations are open for 2021. So the two people that have won previously, could you tell us a bit about them?
Absolutely. So our inaugural winner was a fabulous lady called Beryl Carney, who works for JCT 600, and she's head of VW commercial vehicles there. And what really stood out with Beryl was the three things that we're looking for around inspirational leadership, around innovation, and about giving something back. But particularly her leadership story and what her team said about Beryl as a leader that really stood out for me. And that was around that collaboration, that role model, what she does to go the extra mile for her customers, but also how she's prepared to try new things out, whilst also giving back to wider community and the areas that she worked in, and particularly around the Hull and Sheffield areas, some of the work that she got involved with and really led from the front. And so, Beryl, as our inaugural winner, was a fabulous inspiration for other women in the industry to go, do you know what, I want to be like Beryl, or I recognise her story. And then this year, I'm delighted that Alison Jones, who is the Group Managing Director and Senior Vice President for Group PSA, was our current holder of the Barbara Cox Award. And, you know, Alison's story, again, another remarkable story of a lady very senior within the automotive industry, but somebody that, you know, leadership is at the heart of what Alison is about. And again, when you hear her story, and when you hear people talk about working with Alison and how very much it's about we, not me, about the importance of team. Again, somebody who is a role model for others to aspire to. The fact that she's also heavily involved in the Institute of Customer Service, so vice president for that as well. And almost that roundness to the role that Alison does. And again, some of the work that her and the team at PSA are doing around mental health, particularly men's mental health. Again, that was just all part of that package. But for each of those two amazing ladies, their stories were told brilliantly by the people who nominated them. And that's, I suppose, one of the things I want to get across today, is that when anybody nominates someone, just put some real thought into that nomination, because those nominations that, dare I say, find top of the list are those where people have put some real thought into that and really taken time to share the wider story. Don't assume we know X, Y, or Z that you're nominating just because you know them really well. It's just put a bit of time and effort into that, because it means so much. So when those ladies receive a nomination, they're thrilled. You know, it's amazing, let alone to go on and be either highly commended or actually win the award. So put some attention to detail into that. Give us some specific examples, because it really helps our job as judges make the right decision. And I think that's really important to get that across today, James.
Yeah, no, that's great, Alison. So you talked about the judging. So obviously yourself as key on the judge panel. I know the Barbara Cox Awards in association with Fleet News Automotive Management, so Bauer Media, which is great to have them supporting that. So who else is on the judging panel? Who else of these inspirational ladies got to impress?
So, well, delighted that both Beryl and Alison are on the panel. And we thought that was really important. Beryl was on the panel last year. And so what we're asking is that both of those ladies remain on the panel. We ask people to be on the panel for 2 years because we try and keep it fresh as well. Yeah. So that we get some new perspectives on there. So both Beryl and Alison are part of the judging panel, along with myself and Liam, who's obviously the sponsor for Women We Drive. And we've also invited Linda Ennis, who is the founder of Ennis & Co., who are a leading headhunter, recruiters within the automotive space. But Linda does a huge amount around diversity and inclusion. And Linda spoke at our last physical Women We Drive event before we went into lockdown, where we celebrated International Women's Day. And she brings a really different perspective and view as well. So I'm delighted, along with of course, Sarah Toos, as part of our sponsors for the event, so that we've got a real breadth of different perspectives and what good looks like. So I'm really excited to be part of that panel as well myself.
Yeah, no, fantastic. So in terms of the practicality then, I appreciate Women With Drive has its own website, womenwithdrive.co.uk, so people can pop on there and fill out the nomination form. In terms of obviously those applications are open now. What are some of the deadlines? When are the decisions? When will it be announced?
Absolutely. So it's open now. So get nominating. Don't wait. Don't put it off and forget it. It runs through until the 22nd of January. So again, there's plenty of time for people to put some thought into their nomination. What I would say, and again, don't think, oh my gosh, the person has to be the most senior person in an organisation to be deserving of the recognition. Is please nominate those women who are showing great leadership, great innovation, and giving something back, whatever level in the organisation that they are. Because one, that recognition means so much to the ladies who receive that recognition. So 22nd of January is the deadline. The judging panel will be together in early February. And between the individuals being nominated and us getting together as a judging panel, those ladies who are nominated are asked to respond to a couple of questions, so that, again, we make sure we get as much information as possible on the people that are nominated, to make our job easier but also more difficult by making sure that we have as much information that's possible. And then the ambition is to announce on International Women's Day, the 8th of March, whether we will be able to do that physically or whether it will be virtually is another matter. But absolutely, we will announce the winner on International Women's Day on the 8th of March, which is what we've done for the previous 2 years. And we know we love a great celebration, and International Women's Day is a great way to celebrate the amazing women that work within our industry here in the UK.
Well, that's fantastic, Alison. Well, again, I'm really grateful for your time. It's been great to hear much more information about the background to the Barbara Cox Award, and an inkling of what those judges are looking for in terms of being able to impress you and everybody else on the panel. So, sounds like the search for 2021's most inspirational lady in automotive is on. Everyone needs to be submitting their nominations, and obviously we'd encourage that. We've mentioned the website, which is, as I say, www.womenwithdrive.co.uk. All the information's on there, as well as how to join the events that are held throughout the year, as you say, whether virtually or physically. We're all in that different world at the moment, aren't we? But I guess, final closing thoughts is to wish everybody good luck, and I'm sure March will come around quick enough, Alison, as you say, and it will be a case of bated breath to find out who is the winner, and also the people that have been nominated, because, as you say, having personally nominated individuals in the past, it gives people a real buzz of confidence to be able to receive that nomination, even if there's obviously only one winner, as they say, but to be acknowledged and recognised is really important.
And I think that's a key point, James, is the whole purpose of Barbara Cox Award is to recognise women within our industry, and the whole purpose of Women We Drive is to inspire others to believe and have the confidence that they can follow their dreams and whatever their dream is. And by having that recognition, where somebody's thinking that, do you know what, I think you're worthy of being called out and recognised, it is so powerful. And that's what Women We Drive about. It's about uplifting people and giving them that belief and confidence that they can be the very best that they can be. And I've seen the impact of that, as you have done, with women that have been nominated. They're like, oh my God, what, me? Yes, yeah. Absolutely, you inspire us, and that's why this is important. Don't think that somebody in your business isn't worthy of the recognition. They absolutely are. Like I say, they don't have to be at the most senior, at the pinnacle of their career. They just need to be great leaders, innovators, and doing some great things in their community, because the impact that will have it is immense. And I remember talking to some of the ladies last year, and the amount of pride that they felt, but their family felt, and their business felt, as a result of them being nominated. And we know we don't have enough women at senior levels in our automotive industry. Yeah. We know we've got more work to do. Women We Drive has been about for nearly 5 years now, and I'm extremely proud of what we've done. But do you know what? We've still got a long way to go. When you look at how many women are really at the most senior levels, and this is just one way of inspiring women in our industry to believe that they can do absolutely what they want to do, and have the potential to get there, because they do. So I think that's really important, that recognition piece.
Yeah, definitely. I can't follow that, Alison. That's a great way to inspire people to nominate. And thank you for everything you've done for Women with Drive and for Barbara Cox Award, because I know that's a real passion of yours. And of course, to other board sponsors, including Liam, who's now taken that and running on in your name as well. So thank you very much for your time today. As I said to everybody listening or watching, there is no reason for you not to nominate. I think it's more a case of just, as you said, putting all the detail together to make it easier for the judges to understand why you're nominating that individual. So I'll leave it at that. And Alison, thank you so much for your time, and stay safe.
Thank you. You too, James, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Definitely.
Thank you.